Hi there.
Hey, how's it going today, Lisa?
So far, so good.
Oh,
What about you?
excellent. Good. It's a good day.
Okay.
All right. Ready for today's
Yeah, what's today?
enthusiasm. Catch it.
Ooh, all right.
Catch it. Catch the enthusiasm.
Okay. Oops, I just made that a bit
You didn't
smaller.
make it that little, honey. Sorry. I know.
No, I
Oh,
just
you
um
just
pressed the
just
wrong
did
button.
some.
Yeah.
It's true. You
I don't know. Okay.
maybe next to the letter A, there's like a looks like a page. Nope, the other way, the other side. On the other side of the letter A. Try that. No, that wasn't good either. Maybe the magnifying glass?
Oh, there. I did
Oh,
it.
maybe that.
Okay.
All right. I like
Right.
that.
Okay. So, enthusiasm. Catch it. If you have ever worried about how today's kids will turn out, you're not alone. Anyone can tell you that kids today are dumber, lazier, and more violent than ever before. Or are they? Not long ago, I was invited by a teacher I know to guest lecture to 4 classes of seventh graders. It's been several decades since I was a seventh grader, and I wasn't at all sure I could relate to them, even though I have a couple of seventh graders of my own. I know it's hard to hold their attention at that age, maybe because I was flattered, or perhaps because I couldn't resist the challenge. I agreed. When the appointed day arrived, I went to the school with more than a little apprehension. I shouldn't have worried. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I learned a couple of valuable lessons in the process. I've been as critical as anyone of the public school system in this country, but very quickly I realized it isn't easy to deliver the same lecture over and over again with the enthusiasm and conviction that each group deserves. But the most profound lesson came at the end of the day. My hostess warned me that the last class of the day would be the most difficult. They were a bunch of underachievers and rowdies, she said. They may have been underachievers, but they sure weren't dumb. They quickly grasped the concepts, they asked questions, they joked with me. In short, they were great fun. If being a rowdy means joking and making learning fun, I'm all for it. Learning is fun. It's too bad you have to graduate high school to realize what joy learning can be.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
As I reflected on the day, I realized that the last group, the underachievers and the rowdies, would probably achieve far more in their lives than the studious ones who meekly follow all the teacher's instructions. The personality traits that make them unsuccessful in school, things like creativity, personality, enthusiasm, a sense of humor, are exactly the things that will make them successful later in life. Einstein was a terrible student. Thomas Edison's teacher thought he was slow. Barbara Streisand was a misfit, a shy, introverted girl with no friends. It may well be that a kid you've worried about today will grow up to be the next Einstein or Edison or Streisand. That's not to say that discipline isn't necessary. Discipline is the force that channels enthusiasm into positive construction pursuits. Without it, we would never accomplish anything worthwhile in life. In fact, without discipline, the entire fabric of our society would unravel. Not long ago, I found myself in a very strange position. Like most teenagers, my twin daughters, Amy and Betsy, watch too much television. Of course, the programs that they like the best are not historical documentaries or the three tenors in concert. They like sitcoms with weird characters who scream at each other or kids who make fools of adults. We require them to earn the right to watch television. and we limit the number of hours that they're allowed to watch. But like typical teenagers, they seem to conveniently forget the rules when it's time to turn off the TV. It's always a hassle. Finally, one day, I was so tired of their arguing about television that I said, "Look, I'm tired of fighting with you about turning off the TV. If you want to turn your brains into mush watching these stupid programs, I don't care. Watch it all day. Watch it every day. Watch it 24 hours a day." Mm.
In a few minutes, something happened that was nothing short of miraculous. They turned off the TV and said, "We're thinking maybe we would help clean the kitchen. We're tired of that program anyway." Even more amazing, they did it, and they did a good job. Afterward, we had a long talk, and the gist of it was that they knew they needed discipline and they appreciated our setting boundaries for them. They didn't at all like me telling them that I didn't care about them wasting their time. I meant that meant I didn't care about them. I promised them that I would never again do anything to make them believe that I didn't care about them, and they promised they would try to be more responsible about disciplining themselves. So now, when they complain about having to turn off the TV, I warn them that if they keep it up, I may have to become lenient again. And they say, "No, Dad, anything but that." I may be the only parent on the planet who gets a positive response by threatening to be more permissive. It won't last forever, of course, but I intend to enjoy it while it does. If only we could all find ways to set guidelines without destroying our kids' natural enthusiasm, what a lively, entertaining, and fulfilling world this would be.
Very true. Very true. And I'd have to say, playing on the computer or your telephone
Yeah,
is the new TV these days.
yeah.
So, some positive action steps for today. Try to capture the natural enthusiasm of kids who thrive on new challenges. And do not blindly follow the status quo. Questioning the routine often leads to unique solutions. Stay enthusiastic on the job by learning a new skill or learning about the organization and your place in it. Well, have a very enthusiastic day.
You as well. Yes.
Spring is going to keep you busy.
Uh-huh.
I noticed you were watching him while I was reading.
Yeah,
So,
puppies like to
go
chew.
be enthusiastic. Have a great day.
You as well. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.